Hello everyone. I've been debating as to whether or not I wanted to make this video because I personally didn't know Daniel Naroditsky, but I have been affected by his untimely passing in a way that I did not fully anticipate and in a way that I don't truly understand at the moment. And before I continue, I just want to express my deepest condolences and sympathies to his family and his friends and to those who personally knew him, because I can only imagine the kind of pain that they must be going through at this time, and I just want to send them peace and kindness as they try and navigate this tragic circumstance. If you've watched my channel for any period of time, you may know that I like chess. I've made a few videos about chess in the past year, and I used to stream chess quite a bit on twitch.tv, especially during the pandemic. And not only did I stream chess, I also was a viewer and a fan of multiple chess streamers, and Daniel Naroditsky was one of them. I was always struck by his amazing ability to play speed chess, blitz chess, and bullet. And he was such an amazing explainer too. He was just able to break down positions in a very easy to understand way for an amateur like myself. And I used to also watch a lot of his YouTube content too, with his educational content for amateur players on different openings and speed runs, and so even though I didn't know Daniel personally, I feel very much like I was influenced by him and the chess community. I mean, I've had the pleasure of meeting fairly prominent people in the chess community. I even have this chessboard that I have a bunch of autographs from prominent people in the chess community, and I really would have wanted Daniel's signature on that board had I ever had the chance to meet him. And it's not only just the connection through chess, but I think it's also the fact that Daniel grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area like me. He was born in the same year as me. Like, all these different factors and similarities I keep thinking about, it really just strikes something in me. And there's also the fact that he was also an educator. I mean, I'm an educator in some ways as well, and I like teaching and I like mentoring, and I could tell just that Daniel liked doing that too, just from the way he instructed and commentated and educated. He had a gift for it, and I think that's also what hits really hard, in the sense that it seems like he had such a positive influence on so many people in the chess community, myself included, and it's just that positive influence is not going to be, he's not going to be continuing that. And I think that's also part of the reason that I'm really sad, honestly, about this. There's also the circumstances surrounding his untimely passing that led up to it, that deals with accusations from the former world champion of chess, Vladimir Kramnik. And I am very far from the situation that I really don't want to make too much speculation here. But from what I understand and what I read and what I saw, just based on clips over the past few days, especially near Daniel's untimely passing, was that these accusations profoundly affected him in a negative way. And he would talk about how these accusations affected him. And I don't like to bring myself into this, but I've had a number of low points in my life where I've felt not great, and I unfortunately have had times where I feel like my integrity is being questioned in a sort of public way, in a community sort of setting, and I've been made out to be kind of like some sort of black sheep or some pariah. And again, nowhere near the scale of what Daniel Naroditsky had to go through. Like, I wasn't being accused by, like, a physicist, because, you know, I'm a physics PhD, like a physicist who I respect and is a Nobel laureate and is saying that I'm a terrible scientist and, you know, no one should ever work with me. Like, anything close like that. But that's like the closest analogy I can come up with in my head to what Daniel experienced. And the micro example that I personally experienced, that micro experience, that again, it's not coming from someone like way, way above me who I respect and admire, you know, making me out to be some sort of bad person. That really got to me. That got to me to the point where I just wanted to not be in that situation anymore. I wanted to leave the environment I was in, quitting my program and not showing my face around there again, because it just didn't make me feel good at all to be in a setting where I didn't feel welcome, or I feel like there's always doubts about my integrity or just who I am as a person or how I see myself. And so the extent to which Daniel was subjected to this kind of treatment, I don't want to say that I exactly know what he must have felt, but I feel as if, like, I can kind of imagine just what terrible, terrible feelings go through in someone's head when they're experiencing a situation like that. And, you know, I just wish that none of this happened. Of course, no one does, and I don't really know what should be done. I know there's some talk about, you know, Kramnik being in trouble and being investigated and whatnot. I don't really want to get into that, but I just want to remind people to be kind, and that, you know, words and baseless accusations can have really, really profound negative consequences for people who don't deserve it. And I wish I didn't have to come up here and say this, but unfortunately it's like when you lose a bright spark, you know, spark of life and joy of life, like Daniel Naroditsky for chess, it just makes the world a worse place. And I hope that people can come together in this time and honor Daniel's legacy, because he had such a profoundly positive impact on chess. And I want to end this video with just a simple thank you message to Daniel, even though I know he won't be hearing it. I just want to tell him thank you so much for your influence on chess. You positively impacted my experience with the game. You made it fun, you made it exciting, and I am sorry I never had a chance to tell you this in person, and I wish I could have had you sign my chessboard, because you deserve more than one square on it, honestly. So with that, I just want to say one last time, thank you, Daniel, for everything you did, and please rest in peace.